Hello and welcome back to Bricks in the Wild. I am your tour guide, brickologist Carl, coming to you from the Lego Den. So our adventure today will be how to identify Lego bricks, Lego pieces, odd shapes Lego, and how you can spot non-Lego pieces. So what you do is you probably get a bulk buy tub you've got at a garage sale or whatever, bring it home. As the previous videos will show you how you go through and sort out. So we're on the next stage. We've got your colors all together and types of brick. So I'm going to pull a piece and show you right here. This is a 4x8 flat piece, and let's see. So I have this handy dandy little magnifying glass here with a light on it that really helps me identify the markings on there. So if I look through here, I can definitely see there is the Lego trademark stamped on the top of the studs, and these are a little worn, and if I look at it closely, the lettering is a little more closer together and it is a little thicker. So I can look on the back and I don't see a number on here. It's a little bit different. I do have a gray newer one here, same size, and I can definitely see a difference. So I'm looking. So I see a number on the top, and I see the Lego stamp on the bottom. See, it doesn't have it on the bottom of the blue one. So if I look at it, it is 3035. So you're like, okay, I have it in blue and I have it in gray. How do I figure out what that set might go to? Come over to the computer and I go to www.bricklink.com, which is a good site that I use for researching Lego pieces. So I'm going to go up to where it says all items for search, and what was that number again? 3035. 3035. Now let's see what it tells us. Okay, we'll go down a little bit. Here we go. It is a plate, 4x8. It'll give some information on it, dimensions. Years released, 1956 to the present day. It'll give weight, the studs, dimensions of it. And it will show over here is 1,573 sets. That this piece, no matter what color it is, and you can click on that of all the sets, and then you can choose what color you want to try to find out what set it is. Now it's a pretty common piece, and that would take a long time to even figure out what that would go to. So at least you know what it is. I put it back in my inventory. What's neat about BrickLink is if I need some pieces, I can go on here and order it. I can pull up, instead of just the individual piece, maybe I know that I have a starfighter, something from Star Wars. I have it 75% complete. I can put that number in there for that set, and then it will show, it'll break down the set by pieces. So BrickLink, I tip my hat to the guys and gals that work there. It's a really useful tool to help you sort out your Lego sets, your pieces, complete sets. I've used it many times, and you can find sellers. You can be a seller or a buyer on the site if you want to get parts or pieces that you can normally, you can go on eBay or try to get more bulk sets. But if you're looking for specific pieces, here you go. It's a good site. So you can look at it. If it's gray, it'll tell you what sets. So not sure what year this is. I would probably imagine it's somewhere in the 70s. There's a couple markings on there. I'll have to do some more research to find out possibly when this brick was made. So we're going to put that to the side. You can see that this is a newer piece here. It's a little more shinier. So this is, see, I look on the back, and I notice also on the studs that they're not as worn, and the letter isn't as kind of more thin and more spread out. So look on the back, and there's a number at the bottom, or it might be on the bottom or top, depending on how you flip it. So this one is 3033, and then there's another 1-20. Don't know what the 1-20 is. Maybe you have information on that. Put that in the comment section. I'll be glad for that information, and I'll share that. So 3033. Let's see what we got here. So I'm going to go back to where it says search. 3033. Come on down. And there it is. And it would actually give you sets too. But we're going to go down to where it says part. And it has all the color information here. What sets are those for price guide. There's so much information. It's a great piece. So this one says it was released from 1971 to the present day. 724 sets. And of course it just shows a general color, but once you go into the sets, you can find out what this color is, could possibly belong to that set. It's kind of difficult with common pieces to find out what they match in the set. It's better if you know what the set is and then work your way backwards getting the pieces. So pretty cool, great tool to use. Now I do have some older pieces that I found in a bulk buy, and it says Genova. You see it on there, Genova, and it is a 1x6 brick. It goes on the top here, and it's really worn. I mean, it's got the old style lettering on here, kind of discolored. And if I look inside there, I'm going to look to see if I can see a Lego logo. Nope, it says, there we go, it says PAT, and then below it says pending. So this brick was actually made before it was patented. So Lego at one point in time did not have a patent, so they had to wait for that. So that's why you get some that have a Lego stamp on there. These did not, so these were before the patent. So I did some research. I found these in a book, and I thought, oh, how cool. Maybe I'll do a little research, dig a little digging. And it actually comes from set. And let's go up to the top here where it says search. Once again, www.bricklink.com. So we're going to put 113, and that's going to be for the set that I found it. And let's go down, 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 down. Let's see. Okay, there's some other some other pieces that go with it. Oh, there we go. Motorized. So I can click on the individual piece, or I can click on the set for 113. And the way I found that is I had to go online and I had to like type in Lego brick Genova, and that's how I found it was that set right there. So it's a motorized train set. Very basic, but very cool back then. 1966. So these bricks, these little pieces here, they're older than I am. 1966, the train set it's a motorized train set. Released 1966 and had 368 parts. And these are pretty faded and they're pretty worn. Probably had the set and was in the bin. Like I said, I found it in with the space sets that I had. So those were, back in the 70s. So could have been maybe the guy's dad. I don't know. Didn't get the real history on it, but pretty cool that I found some even, had the space sets, and then I found that I had pieces that were even older than that. So it's going to be hard for me to identify. I can probably look through some of the pieces and kind of match the color to see if that belongs to that set. So these are little keeper sets, kind of a little brickologist find there. Pretty cool. We can look at something like this. This is a classic space set, set 918. So let's just go ahead and pull it up real quick. This is a great tool. Like I said, I really use it a lot, and I hope you would too. 918, and it gives one of the bricks on there, which is 918. Go down a little bit. Right, so it goes to pattern goes to it, and see, it just pulls up the brick on there. But we can go, it says one set, and boom. It goes to the classic space transport, which this is here. Released in 1979 and 81 parts. Now if I'd flip this over and start looking at some of the pieces, I can see they're a little mismatched. I've got a piece on the very bottom that was probably added to the set, a 3035, which, oh my, it's the same as the blue one, but it's a newer version of that gray plate. You can look just with my magnifying glass here, but the colors are a little bit off. So some of these are a little more gray. These are a little bit more kind of off gray, a navy gray. So great set, 918. Found the pieces for that. So I have a complete set. So let's go over here. Now what you're going to find a lot is odd pieces. You might find Technic pieces. You might find city pieces. You're going to find minifigs in there, and I'll get into a later episode of how you can identify minifigs. And a lot of times you get them, they're put together, maybe they're missing the hair on the person, the head, maybe they've taken them all completely apart and mashed them together to create their own characters. What you want to do is, when you're doing sets and you got a bunch of minifigs, you want to put the minifigs with the set so it's complete. But it's your choice. So this is blue, dark blue, gray. Let's look for it, and you know it's a newer piece. It does have the Lego trademark on there on both sides. Don't see a number on this side, so I'm going to flip it over. 2903. 2903. Let's go up here. 2903. And it is a wheel. Basically it says it's a wheel 61.6 millimeter diameter by 13.6 millimeter motorcycle. So commonly used for motorcycle sets. This one I know for a fact, and we discussed this one before, this is actually used for clone trooper transport. But it says it's used for 32 sets. We can click on to 32 sets, and I can go down. It starts with white. And of course, the first one it shows was a couple motorcycles. We're going to go down, dark bluish gray. And that's what we got here, dark bluish gray. And I can click on it, and I've got two choices. I have an ice tank, which is from Ninjago, or I have a clone trooper, clone turbo tank. And we've determined that it is the clone turbo tank. I don't have all the pieces for it, and you can get a picture. And if you do that, it'll tell you how many parts it has, and then you can actually, so you have it tells you what it is, what year, all the information, and you can go down and scroll, and it will tell you all the pieces you need to complete the set. And that's how you can go through your bulk. So start with this. That's a neat way to figure out what you've got. If you don't have all the pieces, then you can go in here and actually order them to complete the set. And there are people from all around the world. You'll have to create an account, of course, and you can complete your sets that way if you don't have a bunch of bulk sets. So that's a neat little trick there. Now, of course, this one I had a hard time finding the number on it, but you can probably identify it. That's, any guesses? That is for a Jedi Starfighter. Now, which one it belongs to, I don't know, but it is official Lego piece. It's hard to find the number on here. It's in here somewhere. I just have to really look. It's probably right up there in the neck, and it's hard to read because it's a dark color. I'm not going to spend much time looking in there, but I can actually try to find with other references what Lego set for Star Wars that belongs to. Okay, so I hope that helps with trying to identify what pieces go to what set. And of course, I have some pieces over here, and these were in my bulk. And looking at it with the magnifying glass, there is no markings on the top, but I think if I take this apart real quick, Mega Blocks. It has a a symbol on the bottom, not on the studs, but on the middle here. So if I don't see Lego on the top, and sometimes you have to actually look inside. Sometimes the stud is hollow on top. You have to look in there and see there's a Lego trademark in there, stamp. And I don't see any on here. On the bottom, I don't see any. So these are all off-brand, which, like I said, I don't throw away. I put them in a bin. Haven't decided what I'm doing with them yet. Just making sure that I have those for future use. I don't throw them because you're sorting. You're always still sorting. You still find other pieces. So it's a good thing not to throw away, because you might have a rare piece in your off-brand set and you might need that. So don't throw them away if you don't have to. Okay, so that is kind of how we start with identifying official Lego pieces and how they could go to a set. What we're going to do is we're going to move on to our classic series. I like to always have a set that I've had in the past and put it together and try to find it. So we have here, pull that back a little bit. So we have an early version of Technic, or it could even be a 3-in-1, but it's a go-kart. So I'm going to put that right there for right now, but I'm going to show you the box. And this is Expert Builder Set 948, 200 interlocking pieces. This is how the sets used to come, in a nifty little box. It wasn't taped, and I'll show you the ins and outs of this. But on the, it shows a go-kart on the front, the back of it. A little motorcycle shows the engine. Go on the side, on the back here. Shows a motorcycle with a sidecar, tire changing station here. So if we open it up, here's the inside of your box. Now I already built the set, but this is how you would store your pieces. They didn't come in baggies. They were kind of loose in the box here. It was sealed. This plastic lid was sealed. So you would break the seal, take the plastic lid out, and you would come in here and see your pieces, and gave you this little instruction thing. It said, look inside for instructions and brochure. Look in the lid. Which, if you flip up here, that's where they kept the instructions and the sticker and stuff like that. I've already taken it out. But your pieces go in the tray, your tires go over here, and all your... So they kind of floated in here. So when you went to the store, you could actually look inside and say, oh, look at all the pieces, And like I said, this is early Technic. This is Expert Builder Set, which was cool. So I'm going to put this back in here. And all it is inside this box is a piece of styrofoam. It supports it. What's cool is we have, it's in great shape. I bought it off of eBay a couple years ago off of somebody. But I had this set when I was young. And this is set 948, 1978. So we can actually, once again, we can go over to BrickLink. Get back out of the last set we were on. And I can put 948, and comes up. It shows a sticker you can actually get for it. People remake stickers. Go-kart. Now it actually says 206 pieces on there. Maybe Lego put a couple extra pieces in there. 1978, and gives the dimensions and stuff like that. And you can go down. If you have the set up here, you can go down and there's actually people selling the set too. So you can actually get the set complete if you can't find it on another site. It'll tell you where the person is from, how much they want for it, and it will give a description of if it's complete, missing pieces, if it doesn't have the box. Like I'll go over here, this guy's in the USA, go-kart, used set 100% complete, no play wear, piece in great shape, includes original instructions, stickers, neatly applied, nice. But it didn't say about box. And you have a couple more. This one at the bottom, he has box instructions, tray with lid, extra pieces. So I found this on eBay, and it is about a 9.5 out of 10. It has create little brochure in here and gives extra sets that you could buy at that time. course, there's the go-kart one right there, and it actually had a motor set you could buy, so you can motorize these. And the book was very cool. The instruction manual just wasn't like the ones they have today, but you unfold it and you figure this was the information that you got. You know, we didn't have internet back then. It was just pretty cool. Look on the back, and it'll show other sets that you could buy. Pretty neat. It shows you how you can make other sets, other ideas. Then you get about halfway in there, and then it's the instruction book for the go-kart. And it did three individual types of sets you can make off of it. So the go-kart was 13 steps in an instruction. So pretty simple. It gave you all your pieces and how you put them on. Next was the tire changing station, and that was 14 steps. So the manuals are much more combined instead of the ones we have now, which are somewhere like a book. And there's the trike, and then of course you go back and shows you how the motor if you want to combine it. Also, if you combine sets 948 and 952, you get like a neat dune buggy. Once again, 952 and 954, you get like a tractor, and if you combine 3 sets, you can get like a cool family car. And there's another one with the tractor trailer. So it was a neat book. I'm glad this was in here. Hard to find. So what we'll do is we have the box, which is a good shape, and then we have, of course, the car, the little go-kart. And it's got gears and the wheels and tires, and it actually moves back and forth. So it does have function. So you actually would learn about how the car, you know, basically how a car works is it gave some basic function on there. Moving back and forth, and the wheels nice and thick. And then on the back we have a cool little motor, and they use a very similar setups for Technic sets now for like a motorcycle, whatever. It has a movable piston in there, so it has a gear on the axle here, and as you can see, the motor goes up and down. Very cool. Some pins and stuff like that keep the steering wheel up. You have a universal joint right there that, you know, you put a rod through there, and so you have a little cool little go-kart here, and it took a little while to build. And if you got bored with that, take it apart and make the motorcycle, combine some sets. But you had to really use your imagination. Pretty cool. Like I said, one of the first sets I had, probably built each one of the things a couple times, combine it with other sets, and be creative and make something else. So that is one of my first Technic sets that we came out. So pretty cool. Put that over here out of the way. Didn't take too long to build. Probably maybe 20-25 minutes at the most. Okay, so I hope that gave some information on identifying Lego. I always like to show an older set, show how Lego has evolved to what we have now with the big giant sets. I don't know the price value on that, but if you would go online, you can get it with the box and everything just like that. Sticker present yellowed. The gentleman is selling it for $45 US dollars. Don't know what he would charge, but he is in the US, so get an idea. You probably might be able to find it on eBay. Just hard to tell. Okay, well, that is going to be it for today. I'm glad that you came back again to check out the video. I'm glad to share the information I have. If you have any questions or comment, please put them down below. So please hit that like button. I would appreciate that. Please, if you are a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, please hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I look forward to it, and if you do put a comment in there, I do try to answer it. I do appreciate that. And share. If you like this video, you like the content, know somebody else that might enjoy this, please hit that share button. So that'll be it for today. Brickologist Carl signing off. Remember, saving Lego from the past is saving Lego for the future. Once again, have a good day, and thank you for watching.